Hello, you guys. Hello, everybody. Take a little peek. Take a gander. I've been working on this so hard, you guys. Look how fun these are. And we're going to be rhinestoning them. Okay, so today's rhinestone mix is going to actually be glass. So today is glass. I believe it's micro mix. Micro mix, yeah. Just double checking that I had that right. Oh, let me bring my little wagon over here. Hold everything. Okay, today is a glass rhinestone mix. And if you can see the vibe, okay, this is I'm gonna take it off so I can show it to you guys. Hold on. I don't like my mound bend down low. It's gotta be up high. My kids were fiddling with my hair today. And they're like, Mom, why do you have black hair? I was like, you just better leave me alone. That's not black hair. That's regrowth. And I'm like, it's still blonde. It's just dark blonde. Leave me alone. Mama's busy. I'm time to do my hair. Hi, Marina. All right. So you can see this. It says, let them. This is today's hat. We're going to be doing designs with these. I think they forgot to make this into a tumbler. It was supposed to be as a tumbler. So we'll be launching the tumbler version of this. And it's a blonde ombre. Yeah. We're going to launch the tumbler version of this as well. And the vinyl print and the wrap tomorrow and the sublimation print. But if you want to grab it as a hat today, I was up with the baby and the kids until I had communicated that to Morgan, but I think she forgot to communicate that to Alyssa. And then the tumblers, you'll see the mix. It's going to be like a blue kind of soft yellow sunflowery amazingness. So we've got 3 tumblers. Let me make, can somebody, actually, I forgot to even check that. Sorry. I was just on the phone with Emily. I finally was like, girl, I've got to go. Every time she calls me like 5 minutes before I'm supposed to be live. But then we haven't talked to each other in forever. So it extenuates into a big, long conversation about her butterbell and my horse trailer and all this nonsense. And I was like, girl, I gotta go. Let me make sure everything is active. Okay, active. Okay, so everything is up. Okay. So the trucker hats, you don't need any special tools to do this, y'all. You can use our super strength glue. You can use the rhinestone picker and the same tray. Okay. And you're just going to do the same thing you do on your tumblers, but you can do a hat. Okay. And so this says let them. If you don't know this movement, the let them movement, it's basically like let them underestimate you. Let them because they don't know you and they don't know what you're capable of, or let them think that you're a hateful person. Like it's basically like they don't affect you whatsoever. So let them think whatever they want. Like who cares? Like basically it's like who cares? Who cares? Like don't worry about other people's opinions. Just let them think what they want to think. Move on about your day. Let them. So it's like let them underestimate you. Let them not see your value. Let them not see because then they have no value in your life anyway. Be your own power. It's kind of like a way of saying, I am my own strength and my own person. You have a ring engraved with a saying. Oh my gosh, I love that. So this was our first hat to do today because one, you know me, I love this color. And I also really love this movement of the let them movement. So I just think it's great. So powerful. And I love the idea of that for a hat. So this is the hat. This is going to match. And the stones today match this hat. We're going to actually start rhinestoning these on the tumbler today on the live so I can show you guys like the process. And then, plus I want that hat for myself. And they fit real nice. They're super comfortable. I tested a whole bunch of hats. I love this company's, the fit, I mean, it's just a trucker hat, but I liked, some of them had wompy or short bills and so this was in my mind, the perfect trucker hat. So this is going to be the first wrap. You can get this as a sublimation print. You can get it as a vinyl wrap, or you can get it as a pre-sublimated tumbler. And you can do your rhinestoning on here. I did a tumbler yesterday. I did the, I thought I carried it back here. It's probably sitting on my desk up there. I did the Dignity bundle, and I rhinestoned that whole tumbler in one night. was very proud of myself. So you can get, this is the vinyl wrap. I'm showing it to you as the wrap so you can see the whole image on the cup. But then this is the cup. So you can put a UVDTF in here of like, I'm enough, or one of our other decals here. And you can glitter the butt, rhinestone, and epoxy over it, add some little shimmer glitter to this. I would just put bow in this one, and then epoxy it smooth, and then rhinestone over the top of it, and do the black, like the darker rhinestones or the dark brown or the coffee ones on the words, and then rhinestone all the little details, the cowboy boots and stuff. All right, so that's the first one, and we left this patch so that you can create that to be whatever you want. And then, ironically, I didn't choose this for the Blue Jays, but we have had some requests for Blue Jays. This one is just, it was so pretty with the sunflowers and the Blue Jays. It just happened to be Blue Jays, but then we got the next little sunflower and blue. Can you tell the theme of this one's gonna kind of be blues and like opal blues and yellows. Okay. Okay. And so that, and it's a seamless, this one is a seamless pattern. So it's real nice. This is super cute. This one in these little micro stones is going to be so cute. Okay, and then this one kind of actually matches this hat. So yes, they were supposed to do this as a tumbler, but this one actually does match very, very well because it's got the big yellow sunflower and the same color vibe and butterflies. So this is the last tumbler for today, and it is also a seamless pattern. And so you can buy these as a pre-sublimated tumbler. You can get them as a vinyl wrap, or you can get them as a sublimation print. Okay, so this is that tumbler. Actually, really like the stripes on this one. I think it's just adds a little uniqueness to it. Then y'all started asking me to do glitter bundles that go and match with the theme of the day, so that if you want to glitter the butts or add a little pinch of glitter to this, you can. I picked J. If you don't have J, this one is a must-have. This is a must-have. You're going to die when you open J. Legend and J. Get them. Huxley, another super beautiful champagne digital holographic. And then Birch. Okay, so I love these because all three of these would be beautiful to do the butts of the tumbler. I think J, a little pinch of J, like in this one, or pinch of J in this one would be stunning. Like mix it into the epoxy. Okay, so if you're like, what do you mean a pinch of this one and that one? So if you take your epoxy and you mix your batch of epoxy to put a coat of epoxy on this, just take literally a pinch of glitter and add it to the epoxy and stir it in, so there's a little bit of shimmer. And so when you put that coat of epoxy on, you're gonna have a little bit of shimmer over the whole cup. And then, but first glitter the butt, and then do your epoxy. And then, so that's what I mean. And then put a second coat. You always want to have at least 2 coats of epoxy on a tumbler. So put a second coat on there, make it really durable, and then rhinestone over the top. I'm probably going to do this one for myself. This one is my soul. It speaks to my soul. Plus I'm making myself the hat. So, and I will probably use J. So this is up on the website as a bundle. The coupon code at the bottom of your screen will give you half price off of this bundle. So all 3 of these glitters are in a bundle on the website, and then glitter 50 will get you half price off this bundle. If you're like, I don't need the 3 glitters, I just want Huxley for mine because I want to go with more like soft country vibe or more neutral tones, you can just go on the website and get Huxley. That coupon code at the bottom of your screen will take 50% off all the glitter on the website. I just want to make sure you guys know that it will also work on this bundle. So all the glitter on the website is half price on the website, and then this bundle will also work with that coupon code. Okay, so that is up on the website as well. So let's do this. All right, so there's also a free with $50 purchase up on the website. It was originally available for sale on the website, but I made it a freebie today because look at her. And I want you all to have one of these, because if you grab one of these tumblers, this with the sunflowers, it matches all of them. And if you glitter the butt and you decorate your butt, it fits on that bottom perfectly. Perfectly. Look at this one. This with this on the butt, magical. This one, sunflowers, little country boot on the bottom. It's a butt sticker. So if you spend $50 on the website today, which I think is going to be very easy to do by getting a couple of these rhinestones, grabbing a hat, grabbing a tumbler, add one of these, and just get this for free. Just get a butt sticker for free today, okay? If you miss it today, they'll probably be back up on the website as available for sale, but we took them off that and put them for free today with a $50 purchase. It took you no effort, right? There's so much today that I'm like, ooh, this is a big shopping cart day, and I know they're going to be filling the shopping carts. I want them to give them something, and I'm like, that caught my eye, and I was like, we're doing that. I'm going to give them something. So the whole day has a beautiful sunflower, aquamarine, teal, turquoise, beautiful theme today. Okay, so let's play. Okay, so if you, we're going to be doing these. This is our first one, this hat. We're going to be doing these at least once a week with a different design on it. I'm hoping to kind of start adding this in, but again, we're small. There's only a few of us in the manpower wise, so we're going to start with just one. It's like I knew you needed it. But these are going to be coming. Obviously, we're not going to be able to put every design on here because this image is just like Morgan goes in and does this specifically for us, and then I go, okay, add this, and so she added the extra little heart. I was like, no, spread it out, add a couple little extra butterflies, and so she added like this extra butterfly and this heart just to kind of really fill the space for me. And like, so she creates this image just for this hat, and this is like a third of her day, just measuring it out and getting it and then pressing one and testing it. So we can't do one of these every day, and we can't do all of our designs, but there will be very, very cute ones coming. It goes with your Let Them Tumbler. Yes, girl. So these are up on the website. I'm keeping the price on these super low. They may go up in the future. I don't know if we can sustain them at the price that they are. They're probably supposed to be closer to 15. But since this is our launch day, they're going to be 10. I don't really want them to creep up to 15, but I got to cover our costs. But so today, special opening order day for these. They're $10 for this hat. So, and if it's also an option for like, if you're like, I love this as an addictive hobby, but a $17 tumbler every time is not feasible for me. You can do a $10 hat, and these can be Christmas gifts just as easy as these can, and they're really stinking cute. I have one that I already did that's actually launching next week, but it was my first sample tester one. This is what the one I'm going to do today. And it's so cute with all the rhinestones on. So let's do it because, like I said, I want this for myself, so I'm gonna do it anyway. And I'm going to be doing it anyway. So if you're just jumping in, all of these beautiful tumblers that we pre-sublimate for you, if you don't have access to a sublimation press and you're not super great at wrapping vinyl and doing them yourself, you can buy them pre-sublimated like this. But if you want to save a couple bucks and you've already got a 20-ounce tumbler at home that you're like, I already have the tumbler, I don't need to buy one, you can buy the vinyl wrap. It will come looking like this. You're going to just trim it down to size and wrap it on the tumbler and then glitter the butt, drop epoxy over the top of it, make it permanent, and then rhinestone over the top. You can buy the vinyl wraps. We also sell the sublimation prints. So if you already have a case of sublimation tumblers and you want to do this one, but you don't want to, I have the tumblers, I don't need that, I want to save some money, some dollars, you can get the sublimation print, wrap it, and sublimate it yourself. Somebody said, can you cut? I missed that comment. Sorry, let me bring up comments on the, hold on. Sorry, I'm bringing up comments on the YouTube. Sorry, I can't see comments right now. I see them coming in, but I can't see them. Will the sublimation print ever be available to buy to heat press on a shirt or something? Yes. So you can print these on. You can buy all the sublimation prints can be pressed onto a t-shirt. So, yeah. Do you mean like this one? It should be launched. It was supposed to go today. I think there was just a cross. She was supposed to create this one for today for a tumbler wrap and sublimation print, but yes. So this one was supposed to launch today, but I think I was only in the warehouse until like 11:30 this morning because I bring the baby with me. She wanders around the warehouse and plays with all the things, and then while I'm working, but I communicated to Morgan, but I forgot to communicate it to Alyssa, and then I think Morgan forgot, and so it didn't get printed and it didn't get created into a tumbler, which then Alyssa would have known if she had the tumbler. So I think there was just a lot going on today. And then I wasn't back down here because then I go up and I do all my computer work while the baby's napping, and then I have all 4 kids. touching me all at the same time for the rest of the afternoon because when the triplets smash in next to me. I'm literally not doing anything inside. I'm literally just typing, looking, searching, finding the designs for this week and doing things and prepping and a million things. And they literally like, I'm on the couch in one seat and it has like an armrest and armrest. And one will sit on the armrest right here and the other one will smash into the seat right here. And the third one will be like on that armrest right there. And they'll all be like, I have 3 Velcro kids. I have 4 Velcro kids, but one happened to be napping. And then when the fourth one woke up from her nap, she came running over and then saw them all. And then she was trying to crawl up into my lap. So I finally put the computer down and then she was here. And then the other 3 were here. So that's how the last few hours of my day before coming live were just being touched. And I'm like, you guys, and I'm like, guys, go vacuum the house. And they'll go away for like 3 minutes. And then one will end up back. And then 2, and then the third one will be like, ah, and their brain's like, yeah. Anywho, so I wasn't back out here to make sure all this was going, but they did a good job anyway. They got the hat, the 3 tumblers, the 3 vinyl wraps, the 3 sublimation prints, the glitter bundle, and the freebie, and the rhinestone. So we had plenty for today. Okay, so, okay, so let me show you guys how easy this hat is and how fun they are. So these are going to be great birthday gifts, great Christmas gifts, okay? Especially if you're like in that $20 budget for a friend. You can get the hat today for $10. Get 1 set of these micro mix rhinestones and then custom make it and say, I custom gemmed this for you. So let's mix this rhinestone mix. That's on the outside. Is that on the outside? Sorry, got some rhinestones stuck to the outside. Okay. Oh, here we go. Yeah, the rhinestone sorting thing is pretty cool, for sure. I'm going to pop up on Instagram for all y'all who've really enjoyed watching on Instagram. Oh, forgot when you push the Instagram button, it goes immediately. Okay, I'm live. All right. So let's do this. All right, so this is going to be a glass micro mix. It is a glass mix. It is a glass micro mix. We're going to be doing resin micro mixes as well that you can do with these hats, but today happens to be a glass one. And we know everyone. And so the glass micro mix can also be used on all the tumblers. It's all the color vibe is to go with the tumblers and the hat. Okay. So let's jammity jam. You can give it as a bundle to another DIYer and you can buy one of the rhinestone starter kits. That is under today's deals. You get the glue, the little tray, the rhinestone picker pencil, and the hat, and 1 bundle of these rhinestones, and be like, especially for a teenager, and be like, I bought you a craft pack. Yes, or it doesn't even have to be a teenager. Like it. Yes, this is a phenomenal crafter pack, a starter crafter pack, or even one of the tumblers. It doesn't even have to be the hat. Get them the tumbler, the stones, and then one of the starter packs. All right, so here we go. So let's start with some yellows. This one is actually going to be more champagne. Okay, so this is going to be more champagne. Okay, so these are going to be SS6. These are going to be 4s. Hold on, let me remember what these are. 4s, 6s, 8s, and 10s. Okay, so these are, I specifically asked this new vendor if she can do our mixes in 4s, 6s, 8s, and 10s for our micro mixes. And she said, absolutely. So you're going to have 4, 6, 8, and 10 in here. The micro mixes are no longer going to be just 6s and 10s. You're going to have all those in between sizes. So you can just do a gradual jump instead of a harsh jump from 6 to 10, which is fine. Those look fine. I just did it on Tumblr last night. But the glass sets are going to be 4s, 6s, 8s, and 10s. So this is going to be like this really pretty champagne stone color. Okay, and remember, these are glass. They will become labeled as glass. So we've got the pretty soft champagne. It kind of has like that yellowy vibe. So if you're a person that's like, I don't love yellow, you could do your sunflower obviously easily in the champagne color and steer away from like a vibrant yellow. But I love yellow. Yellow and turquoise, I love. Orange and turquoise and yellow and turquoise. So pretty. Purple, literally anything in aquamarine or turquoise. Yeah, super sparkly. Okay. So those are the 6s, the 8s, 4s, 6s, 8s, and 10s. How funny. These each have one stone stuck in the same spot. Okay, 4s, 6s, 8s, and 10s. Then we're going to go with our more sunflower yellow. So this isn't even really yellow. This is going to be more like a kind of a burnt orangey yellow. You'll see what I mean. Again, 4s, 6s, 8s, and 10s. These are going to be your little guys. And so let me scoop these up in comparison. So here's going to be your champagne, but how pretty would these be ombre, the colors ombre together, where like the center of the center, like the beginning edges of the sunflower down at the by the where the little seeds of the sunflower would be, you do the slightly darker ones and then ombre out to the lighter stones on the end. Okay, so this is the two different colors that are in there now side by side. So you've got that champagne and then you've got this really pretty like burnt orange or like yellowy orange. Stunning. Okay, we've got 2 packs of those going in. So you want to know something absolutely wild? This bag, this little bag right here, this has 50,000 stones in it. There's 50,000 stones in this bag. This is me pouring 50,000 rhinestones into a bucket. So there is now currently 200,000 stones inside this bowl. That is madness to me. This is what 200,000 rhinestones looks like. So could you imagine rhinestoning a car? How many rhinestones that's going to take? Madness. All right, then on this hat and on these tumblers, there's a lot of space that you could use just clear crystal stones. For me, it would be like outlining the word let or just doing the word let. So we're going to put in just crystal clear. These are the most radiatingly sparkly stones. They flash like they're picking up the in front of my camera right here is my phone, and my phone has some little purple things like on the screen right now. Like when you guys comment, there's like it's picking up that purple and it's flashing it, and the blue and the purple that's on my phone, it's flashing it, bouncing it up. I don't know if you guys can see that on camera. These are stupid sparkly. These look holographic in the bowl almost because they're bouncing fracting all the lights. Did we hear anything about the house today? Yes, they're making us jump through another hoop. It's absolutely bananas. But look, so look at this. This is just the clear. If you would consider doing just your bumper, yeah. I've thought about, I bought a bike specifically to rhinestone it. I just don't have the time to do that. I then decided to get pregnant and have another baby. So all of my free minutes. And then I decided to move back across the country. No, we have not heard about the house yet. Their last hoop, which we kind of knew that they were going to need this, but they weren't actually asking this of us yet. They were just our mortgage guys like, oh, they might need this, but they didn't actually ask us for it. So we were like, well, it's a lot of work. So they want us to have signed leases, first month's rent and deposits for the 2 homes that we're going to lease when we're not living here anymore. But I'm like, we're still living in this house. Like, yes, we've leased them out. We have signed leases. And we can try to get them to do the deposit, but they're not going to pay their first month rent until they move in. Did I rhinestone a dashboard? No. No, Chris bought that. Chris bought that rhinestone like dashboard cover. And I was like, Chris, you cannot drive with this. You're going to blind yourself. Okay, so we're going to do 2 bags of this. But they did today. Today they said we need the signed leases, their first month's rent, and the deposit. And I was like, that's an unreasonable ask. That's unreasonable to ask us for their first month's rent when they're not even moving in for a month. Okay. So that's the clear. Now for the next two are pretty spectacular. These are like our kind of base colors, like our solid colors. And now we're going to go with our pretty like chameleon colors. They call them AB, but they're not really just AB. These might be the volcano ones, but these are like yellow citrine stones with a like a blue aura on them. So it's like a happy combination of there's a little bit of purple on them, but it's mostly like aquamarine and blue on a yellow stone. So it's a yellow stone, but then it has that opal flash to it. And they're so sparkly. But can you guys see the blue flash coming off? Let's see. Let's see if I can do it on my hand. This tends to work. Getting them stuck to my hand. Sorry, I'm trying to get some of them to stick to my hand. But they have like this super pretty blue aura that comes off of them that goes with like the blue and I mean, they're going to look amazing on this. Ooh, maybe I'll do the words let them in this. Yes, that's what I'm doing for sure. Okay, so these are going to be 4s, 6s, 8s, and 10s. This is a glass mix, y'all. This is up on the website. If you go to iwantglitter.com, you're going to click on today's deals. You're going to see it right there. Lindsay's got it. She's over on watching on Instagram. If you have me on Instagram, the colors on Instagram, it shows off way better on Instagram. I don't know what it is. Oh, this is a good one. So these are our, like auras. Every stone goes in the bowl. I'm charged per stone, so every stone goes in the bowl. Okay, we got 2 bags of that going in. Okay, let's see. I'll hold it up close for you guys. See if I can get you. See right there, that angle? Everybody on Instagram, Facebook, you got that blue on that angle, and then it shifts to yellow, and then boop, down to the blue. It's not as vibrant blue on that camera. So we have like the yellow. Sorry, I'm trying to get the focus on there. And then there's the blue. Oh, jeez. Yeah, if you guys bounce over to our Instagram, it's way sparklier. You can actually see the true sparkle of these guys. I mean, it's flashy and sparkly on YouTube and Facebook, but I'm still trying to figure out why. I'm going to be shifting cameras once we're in California. I'm going to set up a whole new system. There we go. So here we go. Because I have the brightest possible lights. Let's see, that might be better. I have the brightest possible lights. There we go. Yes. On these to try to show off. Sometimes it's the angle of the camera too. So that angle that I just showed them to you guys, that's really good. All right, so there's that. Now we're still going. We're still going. This is what you've been waiting for. Yeah. All right, now I am an absolute like in love with these. These are going to be for all the blue bits and bobs on these tumblers and this hat. A very, very deep, rich blue called jet blue. Okay. Okay, so these are like jet blue. If you're new to watching rhinestones custom mixes being made for rhinestones, the silver that you're seeing is actually the back of the rhinestone. You don't see that when you've glued it down. You only see the color. So that's why I keep like doing this with my hand, so you can really just see the front of the rhinestones when they stick to my hand. So it's a very, very deep, like mid. Am I back? I don't know what's going on. Hi, what happened? Our internet has been tanking at random moments and like literally just disappearing for like 2 minutes at a time. I got to call and yell at somebody tomorrow. They got to come out and test our lines. It's been happening since it started on Friday. All right. Sorry, guys. Okay. So the midnight blue, look at her. Well, let me get rid of some of these. There's too many in that tray. Okay. So you got the super dark blue, and then it has the light blue flash that comes off of it, but the stone itself is very, very dark, deep, deep, dark blue. I'm back. Okay. Super dark blue. Gorgeous. Okay. These SS4s are very tiny. I love them so much. Oh, I hear a stone. Oh, there was 3 stones still in that bag. Okay. Okay, one more bag. Going in. Okay. One more bag of these dark, 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 dark blues going in. Now, you guys, this is going to be a dark blue micro mix glass. Okay. It's got itty bitties in there because it's going to have the 4s and the 6s. This one's going to be SS4, 6, 8, and 10 in here going into this mix. 4, 6, 8, and 10. It is a kind of a combination of a itty bitty and a micro, and it is glass. Okay. We've got all of our pretty kind of, they're, I want to say they're, to me, it's kind of a fall color because you got that sunflower in there. And so if you're just jumping in, it's got a really pretty light champagne color. then like a burnt orange kind of color, kind of like it's like a, I don't want to say it's burnt or it's too dark. It's too light to be, maybe like an amber. Amber. It's the color of amber. Because I'm like, it's not really dark orange. Like it's not orange orange. It's more like a color of a light colored amber. And then you've got that opaly AB yellow. So that's a yellow with this pretty blue AB flash that comes off of it. And then you've got that dark blue. So let's show you. God, these little guys get under my nails. Okay. So let me scoop. Okay. And then we're going to actually use it so I can show you guys the mix. But look at this pretty mix. So it's like a yellowy, orangey blue mix. It's very unique to anything else that we've put out. But if you're just popping on, this mix will make sense when you see the tumblers that we launched today. So, oh, it's so pretty. Those opaly yellows. Okay. You got to kind of look through the silver ones. Don't look at the silver backs. So if you're just jumping in, there is a freebie with $50. So if you spend $50, you can get one of these butt covers. These are basically when you rhinestone, when you epoxy your tumblers and you put the glitter butts on, this is going to look so good on the bottom of all of today's tumblers. Okay. Today's design. Okay. So this is design number 1. We left, it's got cowboy boots, you know, the cheetah print, the sunflowers, kind of the turquoise little splotches to make it like distressed, like vintage looking. It's got the boots and the little guitar. And then you have this nice area here where you can put a UVDTF. I happen to have one. Nope, they swooped them today. She steals them back. You can put a UVDTF with like the words that you like right here, or a vinyl decal or someone's name or something right here. And then glitter the butt. There's a new glitter bundle up today. These are the choices. We've got Birch, Jay, and Huxley in the bundle today. So you can grab this bundle, use your coupon code to get half price off this bundle. Don't forget your coupon code. It's at the bottom of the screen. Like I would put Jay on the bottom and then add a little pinch of Jay to the epoxy, put a beautiful shimmer over the top of this. Just a pinch, not like, don't swamp it, just a little pinch, add a little shimmer to that epoxy. Get a nice, put 2 coats, get it nice and smooth. And then, or after your first coat, stick this guy very carefully down. Let that first coat, I don't normally recommend putting a UVDTF on single coat, but cut all the extra tape away around that edge, carefully lay it down there and just carefully peel it away. Don't rip it off because you're going to rip that epoxy up. That's why I normally say 2 coats, but you want this underneath that first coat, or do 2 coats and then put this on and add a 3rd coat. Okay. So stick this. Oh, you'd be fine because if you're using UV resin to do your glitter butt, that's kind of a nice heavy coat down there too. Oh, Annette, I'm so sorry, girl. You could. Tish said you could cut the boots out of this and you have it as 2 butt stickers. Make it 2. So this matches with all the tumblers today. So this is free with a $50 purchase. Just add to your shopping cart. I want to get these in your hands because they match. So these are the 3 designs. I'm going to show you guys the designs as the vinyl so you can see them all. But these are the pre-sublimate tumblers. So this is the first design up for today. This is the second design up for today. Both of these are seamless. They come together perfectly on the back. There's no ending point. This one, the birds are solid. Everybody's solid. There's no ending point. And same with this. This is a seamless pattern. There's no seam, so it's seamless. Okay, so these are the 3: the blue, the sunflowers, the roses, and the butterflies. You've got the blue jays and the sunflowers, and then you have the country western cheetah print, my jam. Okay. Then new to the website. So you got the sublimation prints if you want to buy a sublimation print of these prints, the vinyl wraps if you want to vinyl wrap it yourself, the pre-sublimated tumblers if that's your jam. You don't want to bother with it. You want to just buy the tumbler, or you're going to buy it for a friend so that they can make one. So you can buy them a set of the stones, a set of the starter pack with the glue, the pencil, and the tray, and then get them the tumbler and then teach them how to do it and like have a girls' night where you sit and do it. That would be fun. So you can buy the pre-sublimated tumblers as gifts as well. Or if you just like the tumbler, or you like, my friend would love that and buying that for her, you can just buy the tumbler. Okay. And then this is the glitter pack that I'm choosing for today to go along with today. These are the 3 colors that I would choose to put on the butts of these tumblers. So they're in a bundle. Don't forget to use that coupon code at the bottom of your screen to get half price off this bundle. Y'all save your money. Okay. And then also up on the website is this guy. So this is a trucker hat. It's adjustable in the back. It's mesh in the back, which I prefer on a hat so that you're not sweating underneath your hat. That's why I don't actually wear my cowboy hat. I don't understand why cowboys wear cowboy hats on their heads when they're horseback riding. Even not my the felt is supposed to be for the winter and the wickery ones are for the summertime. They're all hot. Like, no thanks. It's miserable here. No thanks. I'll go ride my horse in this that's breathing. But this is got the let them, it's got the sunflowers and everything. If you don't know the let them movement, it's just a really cool phrase that people have kind of bloomed into almost like a movement of let them underestimate you, let them talk crap about you, let them, because they don't matter in your life. If they're underestimating, like, they don't know you, their opinion doesn't matter. Like, know who you are, like, let them do whatever they want over there because it doesn't affect you over here. So um let those people. So I love this. And so you can actually rhinestone these just like you do the tumblers, using the super strength glue, using the rhinestone trays, using the same thing. Dang it, where are we? Pecan Tan Beauty. Did you just say, dang it, I already ordered something? Can you combine shipping? Yes, we can combine shipping, girl. You deleted it? I know it went by really fast. I was trying to read it. Yes, we do combine shipping, girl. But if you want to just add just that tumbler, just message Alyssa through customer service. We don't normally do it that way, but I will. But it might take her, actually, I don't know. Because she might pack your order before she sees your message. But you can try. I missed the message, so I'm not really sure what you were asking to buy. But yes, we do. If you order 2 separate orders, as long as they're over $25, they will be combined regardless. But I'm not sure what you were asking. I only saw like 3 words, something about combined. Okay, so I'm gonna do this hat so you guys can see. Like, it really is. You just use the same supplies. You don't have to go buy new supplies. If you want to buy something like a foam or something that you can sit this on to rhinestone on it. I'm just gonna wait till tomorrow. I'm sure I'm gonna be ordering tomorrow. Yes, girl. Okay, so we're gonna do this. It's gonna be hard for me to rhinestone where you guys can see. Oh, we'll hold you guys like this. Maybe I can angle you guys different. Here we go. Okay, there we go. All right. So literally, you're gonna use the same glue, rhinestone picker pencil. What can you guys see? Where are you guys looking? Okay, so you're gonna use the same glue, the rhinestone picker. I'm not used to that camera at this angle. It's glue, rhinestone picker tray. We have a starter kit on the website. It's $5. You're gonna get the triangle tray, this pencil, and the glue. Knock it out. Okay. Then you're gonna decide what color you want to put where. I'll start with the word let. Oh, that was a glass. I just dropped one of my stones. Okay. I'm gonna leave a little portion of these out for myself. Okay. So I'm gonna put the opal yellow on the word let them. Now you could do let them do in black. This is all up to your interpretation and what you want to do. And if you have black glass rhinestones and you want to do them in black, do them in black. Or if you have black resin, you do them whatever you want. I'm gonna do the word let them in the yellow opal. It's got a little blue, a little yellow. It's the canary yellow stone with the blue aura over the top. I'm gonna save that dark blue for doing some of these. Oh, do I? Maybe not. Okay, I think I'm actually going to do the word in the dark blue, and then I'm only going to do the word, the hearts, and the main sunflower in rhinestones. The rest will be left alone. Okay. So I'm going to go in. I always work in small amounts because I don't want to go do the whole letter and then slow, and then the glue dries. So I'm not used to doing this where I'm trying to hold it where the camera can see. So we're just going to drop our glue line just like we would on our tumbler down the word. I'm going to start with that little line. Where's my goggles? I don't have my goggles. And then I'm going to start with the small stone at the top and then gradually swell down to the larger stone. Now you can obviously put these in the sorting, the rhinestone sorter first if you want. I can pretty much see these stones. I'm not using any of the SS4s. I'm going to skip those and go right into the 6s. Okay, so we're doing the 6s, and then I'm going to bump up to those. Well, I'm going to go up to an 8. That's a 10. I'm pretty good at being able to, now that I've done this a little bit, I can now see the size differences. That's an 8. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Okay, so 6, 8. Where's another 8? There's an 8. And then jump into the 10s. And I'm going to swell it to the 10s. I like the little tiny ones for the edges because you get a nice crisp, firm, like little point edge. But I like the 10s because I can go a lot faster because they take a little bit more space. So I can move a little bit quicker. Okay, so then I'm just going to give them a little press just to make sure I got them on there. Make sure I pushed them on there well. And tap them. Make sure they're in the right spot. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad I did the dark blue there. Okay, so then I'm going to finish it out. So this one, it's kind of like a cursive. So then it actually goes back to skinnies and then back out to fats. So I'm going to kind of roll with that on the hat. I can't see if I'm putting glue down. Oh, I am. So I'm going to go back to the 8s. There's 8 under there. So I'm going to drop back down to this skinny little part. Do a couple 8s. There's one. And then go back up to the 10s. So it goes fat, skinny, fat, skinny, fat, skinny, just like the actual scrolling of the letter. Okay. So it's the same glue, the same rhinestone picker, the same process. We're just going to start putting them on hats. Yes. Yeah, you can get a wig head. You can also, yeah, if you want. I find it's easier just to hold on to it. It's only awkward because I'm trying to get it in the angle of the camera. Normally I'm just sitting here like doop, 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 working. I'm just trying to make sure you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. Okay, so then we're going to go in with the E. So if you guys are just popping in, today we launched our first hat for you to do your DIY rhinestone hat. Okay, the E is pretty much going to be all in the little 6s because it's tiny. The 4s and the 6s. Okay, this one I am going to go in and grab some of those 4s. They're itty bitty bitty because those are going to go right here on the edge of this E. Boop, 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 boop. Where's another tweensy one? There we go. Okay, 4. Now let's go to a 6. Here. So I have my thumb, I have my forefinger behind the letter. So I'm pressing kind of into my finger. So I just switch back down to the fours. Oop, one just rolled off the table. Darn it. I literally feel like I just sacrificed one to the gods. Okay, and then we're rolling back down to the itty bitty fours because this letter is so skinny and fine. Okay, so I've got my finger behind where I'm actually stoning, so I have kind of I can push down a little bit and make sure that it makes good contact with that glue. Yeah. Oh yeah, it ends with everything. Everything is personal preference. Even down to like these, I find these to be wonderful. Because I can never find mine. If I ever had one that was like a $30 one of these things, I would be bummed out because I'd be losing it constantly. And I work on rhinestones in like 6 different places. And so I can't just have, I'm not going to go spend $30 6 different times. So it's easy for me to have these very inexpensive tools so that I can have them in all the places. But like everything is personal preference in this world. The world of rhinestones. Okay, so now same with the T. It's really, really skinny over here on this side. So I'm going to go in with my little SS4s out on this edge. I've got 2 trays going at the same time. That way, if I run out of something on one tray, I don't have to work on pouring it while my glue is still wet. I've already got the next one, just bounce over and grab it. So we're going to go with the skinny little 4s. Here, shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Where's another little guy? Oop. I took the girls to Diane's house on Friday and I took all my stuff to Rhinestone. Okay, now we're going to go bump up to the 6s. And I was trying to rhinestone while the girls were swimming because Ivan had the baby still at home. She was napping. And we had the fan on outside because it was a billion degrees and I couldn't even rhinestone because within 30 seconds, the fan had dried my glue. And I was like so frustrated because I was like, I was going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, let the girls swim. And while I rhinestone, it was fine. We got to just sit and chat and visit. Okay. Line those up. If you have a hard time getting a straight line, take the edge of a rhinestoning tray. I don't have any more. And just, or even the back side of your tube, and just use it as a straight line guide and just kind of tap everything from the top and the bottom. And that's going to help you get them perfectly in a straight line. The wax pencil works way better. I love it. But I love it, 1, because it works well, and 2, because oh, it's not on camera, but I just beefed up my stones. I have the shakes. I've always had the shakes. I'm a phenomenal hairstylist, even with the shakes. I don't know. But, toot my own horn. I'm a really good hairstylist. I just accidentally tap it and set my stones off flying. All right. So here we go. So with these hats, this is the hat that we launched today. So if you want to try a hat, this design is up. If this is not your style design for a hat, don't you worry. They'll be coming. More is coming. This is just the one we launched today. Okay, so we will have more coming. Probably 1, maybe 2 a week. We'll see production wise how the girls can keep up, like what they can manage. All right, so we're gonna actually start with a 10 up here because this is a nicer, thicker line. Wait, what was that? Oh, that was actually a 10. That was a 6. 6s. So this is our first style up on the website, but like I said, we will be launching more of these. And then I'm going to go to 10s because I love the 10s because they go so much faster. And the 10s are really easy to pick out visually from these mixes. Okay, and then we're going to drop back down to 6s. It's going to get skinnier. So if you want to try this, this is a sit and watch The Bachelorette, sit and watch Big Brother like activity, because you don't have to be super engrossed. You can do both things at the same time. That's what I've actually really enjoyed, starting to do this at night when I can sacrifice just having time to sit. Oh, I'm going to love this so much. Yes, Lindsay, thank you, girl. This is the first one. I love this one so much. I decided I wanted this to be our first one for our launch of putting this out as a new product for us, because I just love this one so much. And then do that, and then grab this tumbler, because look how beautiful these would be together. Rhinestone, listen to audiobooks. That's a good idea. Or podcasts. Put these two together like a matching set. So the website is iwantglitter.com. You're going to click on today's deals. Don't forget, if you're buying the glitter bundle for the day, use that coupon code, y'all. Use the coupon code. Okay. So then I'm going to go to the next letter. So for anybody jumping in, the hat is a new product for us. It is a trucker hat. It's got a nice vented like back. It's adjustable. It is super comfortable. It's got a really nice sized brim. The brim is bendable and workable for whether you like, some people like the flat brim, some people like them curved. I like them curved. I'm thinking about doing a line of rhinestones right along here. You can also rhinestone the lines. It's really down to like how much you want and how over the top you want. You can even rhinestone the little knob on the top, or rhinestone right along the edges in here. It just comes to how much bling do you want. It's all customizable. Okay. We're going to be coming out with more patterns of these and more styles of these and designs of these. This is just the first launch. This is the first one today. This is our first opening day with these guys. And then crafting with summer. Yes, girl. And then today's rhinestone mix is up. It's a glass rhinestone mix. Okay. And it is SS4s, 6s, 8s, and 10s. It is a micro mix, and it matches the hat in all the new tumblers today. There's also a freebie. If you're spending $50 on the website, you can add this guy for free. He fits perfectly on the butt of these tumblers, and he matches because all these beautiful sunflowery tumblers. He matches perfectly. So if you spend $50 on the website, you can add this to your shopping cart for free. All this stuff, you can find it under today's deals. Go to iwantglitter.com. You're going to click on today's deals. There's also a new glitter bundle today. Y'all have asked me. I think it was Donna. No, it was Donna. Was it you? No, it was Dawn. That asked us to start doing glitter bundles that match, so that you can take the guesswork out of like what we would put on to pick out what goes on the bottom of the tumblers, the butt of the tumblers, or to put a pinch of into the epoxy. I would put a pinch of J in the epoxy, and then I would put J Birch or Huxley on the bottom of the tumbler. $100%. 100%. I need a bundle. Yeah. So we're going to start trying to do these now that match the rhinestones and match the theme of the day. So that bundle's up on the website. But always, you guys, the bundles, when we put these up, they will be valid with the coupon code at the bottom of the screen. So don't forget to use that code. Get half price off your bundle. Okay. So this is the mix today. It is going to have champagne. It's going to have like a burnt kind of orange amber, but a light amber color. And it's going to have champagne stones. And then it's going to have, it's called their citrine with aura. So they're like a kind of a yellow stone with a blue AB over the top, and then that super dark blue. Trying to change. Let's get the angle different. There we go. Okay, so it's like a blue, yellow, orange mix today to go with our blue, yellow, orange vibe of the whole day. I'm just rhinestoning the hat to kind of show you guys like this. I'm not trying to trick you guys. It literally is just as simple as doing it just like you would the tumblers, but now you're doing the epoxy work on the hat. I mean, you're not doing the epoxy work. You're doing the rhinestone work on the hat. So we're gonna just zhuzh. Am I even putting glue up? Oh, I am. I have to put the hat at an angle to even see if I'm putting glue on. My vision is so bad. My kids were like, "Mom, when did you lose all your eyesight?" Because I'm like, always like, I have no idea. I don't have my glasses on. I say that like 100 times a day. Oop, that didn't pick up a stone. Okay, we're going in with our 6s. Gonna swell up to our 10s. Like I said, I keep my forefinger behind the hat so I can press the stone like against my finger underneath. Okay, and then I'm gonna roll out to the 6s over here. And then last one right there. I'm gonna use the bottom of my glue guide to just make sure these are pressed down, and then, oops. Oh, how did I miss that? A random champagne stone was stuck there. Couldn't even see it. Okay. And then just make sure these are all lined up well by tapping all I'm doing is just taking the top of my little glue and just kind of pushing along it very gently to make sure all those are relatively lined up so we don't have like a wompy line. Okay. And I work with just enough glue with the speed that I can go. Okay. Don't get overzealous because then you'll end up with dried glue and then you'll end up with kind of a clumpy looking hat because you've got clumps of glue because it dried up before you got stones on it and you had to add more glue. Okay. So I'm going to do down here. Okay. Switch trays. Going back in with the 10s. I'm going to keep on with the 10s on this portion because this is a thicker line. So sometimes it's better for me to use those bigger trays, mainly because I have the shakes and I tend to shake the tray and I'm trying to do a little shake, but my shakes are aggressive because I already have the shakes. And so I end up spilling rhinestones everywhere in these little trays. Those little purple trays are better for me because they have higher walls. But I didn't have one of those on my table. So we're just using this guy. Okay, I've got to add some stones because I've run out of 10s. Rocking and rolling. And I'm going to go down to 6s here because as we go around the hoop, as we come around because it's a cursive word. So now we're going to go into the skinny little guys, the 6s and the 4s here. Again, still keeping my finger under here. I'm putting the 4s up in the tight little nook here so that I can get it nice and tight to the word. Oh, the shakes is what's causing my squiggly lines. So we're gonna go in before this one really dries and make sure we get that. And line this a little bit for me. Okay. Then our little, because this is kind of in curve a little bit. This one has a little detail. So we're gonna keep all that detail. So if you guys are just jumping in, hello. We've got a hat available on the website. You can start rhinestoning your own custom hats. It is pre-sublimated. This is our first design that we're launching today, the one that I'm working on. We will slowly start launching other designs. Oh, there's got to be glue stuck to the end of my, because other rhinestones are sticking to there. We're going to be launching other styles. Other patterns on the hats. This is just our first one for today. Ah! My glasses are not strong enough. Okay, so we're going there, and then we're going to put 2 little 6s in there, little nuggets. Okay, there we go. Okay. Sorry, guys. I told you the internet has been terrible. Okay. So, hi, everybody, as you're popping in. We have got new glass rhinestones today. It is a micro, it's a bitty and micro mix kind of combination. This micro mix has 4s, 6s, 8s, and 10s in it. It is a pretty, it's a really good tumbler, especially if you want to do any of the fall tumblers. You need some oranges or some very full colors. Today is a really good opportunity to get some of them. It is a micro mix and it is glass. And it's got the pretty colors for the sunflowers and the turquoise blues, like for the blues, as you can see. And then we got the new tumblers. We have a free with $50 purchase up on the website. And then we have the 3 new tumblers, the glitter bundle. The new tumblers match. We have the hat that you see me working on. So the hat is available to purchase pre-sublimated, and then you do your rhinestone work on it. And then we have the tumblers that this one matches really well. So we're showing that one off. And then they actually all match color wise. And then we have this fun one with the Western pattern on it. And then we have this pretty blue jay and sunflower one, seamless pattern. Those are also available as vinyl wraps, and they are also available as sublimation prints. And again, we have the hat up and available. We have the glass rhinestones up and available. And then the free with $50 purchase is up there. And then don't forget, there is a glitter bundle as well that kind of goes with this bundle with these decals and designs. I'm going to bounce out of this live because I'm not really sure what's going on with this live. I'm going to restart into another live real quick, just for anybody who's trying to watch in one long piece. I'm not really sure not sure what's really going on. So I'm going to bounce out. I'll be right back. All right. Lots of new pretties.